Hello everybody, I'm pretty bullish on certain stocks. My four most bullish stocks that I believe my portfolio must have is of course Palantir, Tesla, Unity, and Nvidia. I've been saying this for quite a while. And today I came across an article that was talking about Cathie Wood's portfolio, and they're recommending or talking about three of her stocks. Two of the three of the stocks were the stocks that I just mentioned. One is Unity Software, and the other one is Nvidia. One of the reasons why I like both these companies is because they have something called first mover advantage, or they have a huge market share of what they do. And it's very difficult to catch up to these companies once they have such a head start. And it's very difficult to catch up to a company once they have such a huge head start. Because as you're trying to catch up to what they're doing now, why they have the lead, they're already pushing forward and developing new products, new businesses, and new models to make that much more revenue, to increase share price for you, the shareholder, in the future. I want to read you the article and let's see what the article has to say about Unity and Nvidia. Article reads, 3 Cathie Wood stocks to buy and hold for the long run. Article is done by Motley Fool. And then they give you a point of each of these stocks. 72% of last year's top 1,000 games were created using Unity Software's platform. 72%, 720 out of 1,000 top games. Do you understand that crazy number? Do you understand how developers are just flocking to Unity? There's a reason why they're going to Unity. It's Unity's race to lose. And as long as Unity does what they're supposed to do and keep business as it should be, they're not going to lose. It's very difficult to catch up. And as more and more demand goes on mobile, Unity is going to be the winner, so on and so forth. Because Unity development is mostly for the mobile phones, mobile iPads, so on and so forth. And they're heavily getting into the metaverse. I'll get into it in a moment. Roku, I'm not going to talk about it. I don't actually like Roku at all. I think it's trash. And I have no idea why Cathie Wood likes Roku. I'm going to skip that nonsense. And of course, Nvidia has majority market share across some of the largest hardware segments in the computing industry. Again, it's nearly impossible for you to catch up to Nvidia because as you're catching up to Nvidia's lead, Nvidia is already branching out into a lot of different fields. It's very difficult to catch up once a company has such a huge lead on you. And that's one of the reasons, not all, but one of the reasons why I like both Unity and Nvidia. Let's move on. The present and future of gaming. Unity Software video games are now among the most popular forms of entertainment globally. The industry was worth over $180 billion in 2021. This is going to grow exponentially in the future. The mobile gaming now accounts for more than half of the value thanks to today's powerful smartphones. Guys, mobile gaming is going to advance past smartphones. I think people are very short-sighted. You have smartphones that are super powerful. You have these things, these mobile computers that are super powerful. But people are not taking into account virtual reality, augmented reality, and metaverse, which is what's going to be happening in the future. And people are also not taking into account possibly an entire decentralized platform for mobile dApps, decentralized applications. A lot of blockchains are working to be able to do mobile applications on your phone that require a lot less computing power. Guys, just some food for thought. Not saying it's going to happen, but just some food for thought. New titles are published constantly as developers reach for a piece of that massive pie. But when everybody's digging for gold, the most lucrative business opportunities often lies in selling shovels, and Unity Software does just that, providing the world's leading suite of development tools for game creators. It's funny that they say shovels. That's one of the things that I was talking about Palantir, how Palantir shovels the data. Palantir is not you mining gold. Palantir is you selling the shovel to miners that are looking for the gold, if you understand that analogy. But I digress from Unity. Unity Pro flagship provides a low code for creators to bring their games to life. Low code is the key. So when you're making an entire game, right, you can code the entire game. And I mean everything, including the back scenery. But Unity allows you to code basics and all these little codes like brush and fires and the sky, things like that. You could just plug and play. You could just buy it from Unity. Unity already developed this. So you and a software developer needs to concentrate on your actual game and not the backgrounds and all these little minuscule things that are super annoying and time consuming. Yes, you're paying money to Unity for dealing with all of that, but at the same time, you're buying your time, and your time is more valuable and could be used in developing your application, your game on the mobile platform. And that is why Unity software is so freaking lucrative. That's why people like it, because they get to concentrate on making money and developing the core of what they're developing, as opposed to all the nonsense around it that Unity already takes care of. In 2021, 72% of the top 1,000 mobile games were created on Unity. And in fact, more than 50% of all games across all platforms were made with the company's tools. But Unity serves more than just game developers. Its powerful 3D rendering tools are used by film creators and even in industrial applications for the design of new products. Overall, it's estimated that 3.9 billion people consumed content made with Unity every single month last year. 3.9 billion. That's half the freaking globe. I'm reading that number and even I'm like shocked. The company is still down 83% from its all-time high. This might be an opportunity to building a long-term position ahead of an eventual broader market recovery. The endorsement of Cathie Wood, one of the world's top technology investors, is just a bonus. It's funny right now. It says like, there's a little joke in the community when Cathie Wood supports your stock, or when Jim Cramer says to the moon on your stock, well, your stock is going to go down either way, if Cathie supports it or Jim Cramer supports it, which is pretty funny. But in reality, Unity is a monster player in the future. You can't deny the ever-evolving world of gaming, especially mobile gaming. And as I mentioned before, there's a lot of opportunities with metaverse and possibly blockchain technology and decentralization. But that's a different video for a different channel. Let's go on and talk a little bit about Nvidia, a semiconductor company that specializes in artificial intelligence. Gamers and creators of 3D imagery have long recognized Nvidia graphic cards as the gold standard for rendering cutting-edge visual effects. In fact, currently, Nvidia holds a 78% market share in discrete graphics processing units, GPUs, and an over 90% market share in workstation graphics. Guys, 72 for Unity was insane. 78 is just ridiculous. 90% market share. Guys, when you can invest in companies that have such a market share, bro, it's insane. It's insane. It's so difficult to overtake that because, as I said, as you're trying to take some market share from Nvidia, Nvidia's already like a year ahead of you, 2 years ahead of you, 10 years ahead of you. Very similar to what's happening with Palantir, actually. You see, that's why I like certain type of companies. That's why I invest in certain type of companies. Nvidia's competitive edge is built on its best-in-class hardware, but the company has reinforced its strong market position by growing its portfolio of supporting software. For instance, NVIDIA AI Enterprise is a suite of software that accelerates the development and simplifies the deployment of AI applications. NVIDIA also provides the framework for specific use cases, including Clara for AI healthcare applications, Riva for conversational AI applications, and Isaac for AI robotic applications. Financially, NVIDIA is growing at a blistering pace. Its revenue soared 53% to nearly $30 billion over the past year, and free cash flow climbed 44% to $7.9 billion. And then I covered this a while ago when they had like NVIDIA's AI Day, NVIDIA's Investors Day, something like that. They said that they have a $1 trillion opportunity because their total addressable market is 100 trillion, and they believe they can get 1% of any total addressable market. On a side note, shareholders have good reason to be optimistic about NVIDIA's future. The company puts a total market opportunity at a whopping $1 trillion, and it has demonstrated its capacity for innovation on countless occasions. And remember that I was just talking about that it's very hard to catch up to a company because when you're trying to get market share today and catch up, they're already ahead of you. So they came out with a Grace CPU. According to management, the Grace CPU will be available in early 2023, so say in about a year from now, and will offer 10 times the performance of the fastest server chip on the market today. Give them 1 year and they're going to increase the speed by 10x. Like, it's insane. If you understand what I'm saying, if you just listen to my words, you're not catching up to Nvidia. It's not happening. The type of innovation should keep Nvidia at the forefront of the semiconductor industry, yet its shares are trading at just 13.6 times sales, well below their 5-year average of 17 times sales. With that in mind, now looks like a great time to buy this growth stock. Guys, Unity and Nvidia are both monsters. I did not read the article. I spoke to you before I read the article. And it's interesting that the way I'm thinking is also the way these people are thinking that are writing the articles. First mover advantage. Very difficult to catch up when somebody has a head start. And you guys just saw the explanation with Nvidia. As you're catching up, they're already doing something else. Guys, happy trading, happy Friday, happy weekend. If you like this, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just an entertainer and educator at best. I hold both positions in Unity and Nvidia. Have a good one.